Hi everyone, it's Brenda. I'm coming on with a new series I'm going to try to do for you all. I'm going to do a kind of beginner's crochet series. I'm just going to talk to you a little bit about a couple things, and then I'm going to show you how to tie on today. And I'll probably show you how to do your first stitch so you can practice. I'm going to try to put one of these up a week. If not, it might be one every other week. Just bear with me. Got a lot going on, but I'm going to do my best to get them up. Yeah, I'm going to show you stitches, like I said, and after we get to the first stitch, minus chaining and stuff, I'll show you that first. We may actually do a project as well, so this way when you learn a stitch, you'll be able to make something small to use either in your scrapbooking or your altering or anything like that, or you could even just use it on your cords, or you could save it and actually attach it on to a bigger crochet project later. Okay, well, let's get started. First we're going to talk about the different thicknesses of yarn. I'm going to use a book for this one because I didn't want to pull out all my yarn to show y'all the difference, but I'll show you the different sizes in the strands. Sorry, my light's not all that great today. You have teeny tiny, which is like a sport or a mohair. There are smaller ones I do have. I've showed in another video. It was mercerized cotton threads, but this is just for the purpose of just showing you regular yarns to get started. We'll get more into the very tiny stuff later. And there's sport wool, which is 4-ply, and there's 2-ply standard, your worsted weight yarn, and we'll be working with a 4-ply worsted weight today. There's the fishermen are medium weight, the bulkies, the super bulkies, and then the bigs. And those are huge. I mean, these are like for those tutorials you guys see for like the arm knitting and stuff, you would use super bulky or big, more likely the big. Yeah, so that's it for the threads, and there's a reason for all these different sizes. You'll see I don't have all of them with me, but I have most. Now, these are different sizes of hooks that you could use for crocheting. I don't have them all, like I said. They go from super teeny tiny heads there. You see those. And then they gradually get bigger. And they kind of look like orange peels is the best, orange peelers is the best way I can explain them to anybody who hasn't seen one before. And see, this is what the tips look like. And they're just very, variegate in size. Up until huge ones like this. I am not going to be working with this one today. You'll need, when you start off, if you're you want to find one that's more sizable to like a pencil that you would use. So, and then if your hands cramp really easy, a G is the smallest that I would go, and you'll see that on the side of these they will tell you a letter and then millimeters. And N, sorry about that, N is a 9 millimeter. I'm trying to get it so it doesn't glare on you so you can actually read it. Yeah, but an N is a 9 millimeter. I usually will stick with whatever size yarn I'm going with. So, like you can see, this is the 4-ply we're going to use today, and it's, pretty much thin. You can use a G with this, very easy, but this is the N. You can see that it's going to fit snugly in there. You'll have a less chance of dropping your stitches if it fits in there. It will alter your pattern if you change your hook size, but in the beginning it's better to start with something bigger to get familiar with seeing what the stitches are supposed to look like and finding your stitch holes. Because when you count, you need to be able to see your stitches. So if you start with something small, you're going to have a difficult time. It's better to start with a bigger hook and a normal size thread. If you start with tiny, it's going to be really difficult, and it's definitely going to discourage you. If you have any kind of arthritis or carpal tunnel or anything, they have ergonomic handles that you can add on to your crochet hooks. And they do work pretty good, but I would still suggest getting used to a regular hook first, because this does take some time to get used to. And if anything should happen, you will not be able to crochet with these. It'll be really painful each time you do it. If you do a little bit like this and then switch to this, it'll get your hand a little bit more accustomed to it, and it won't be such a, a soreness, I guess I should say. And let's see, I guess that's probably gonna be it for this, but the bigger the hook, so the further down the alphabet you go, the bigger your stitch will be. And the closer down, like this little one right here, is a D. Very hard to see, sorry guys. This is a D compared to an N. You can see the hook size difference right there. And, here. Sorry, it's hard to do one-handed. I was really planning on putting it on a tripod to show you a stitch today, but I'm going to have to come back for that, I think. But you can see there's the thread on that. It will fit. You just have to go a little slower if you're not familiar with it. Once you get going and you practice and you made a few things, you will definitely be able to go ahead and use this hook with this thread and not have much of a problem. You might drop it, but you'll be able to see that stitch to pick it up. I do stuff like this all the time. It just depends on what size you're going for, because the hook and the yarn will tell you what size it is. If you're not sure what you want to use, the best thing is to take it out and do a couple stitches and see how big it's going to be. If you do like 7 to 10 stitches, it'll give you a gauge, a rough idea of, how much, do about an inch worth, and then you'll know how many stitches are in an inch, so you can figure out what pattern and how much yarn you'll need. And just rule of thumb, if I'm just doing a small project, a skein or two is fine. And if you're going to do a blanket, it could be anywhere from, I safely go at 9 skeins at least, 9 to 12. And if you get like a yarn hog, a big one for like the basket weave stitch or anything, yeah, you're definitely going to want 12 at least. Sometimes I will buy 14 just to be on the safe side. But yeah, I'm gonna let that go for today. I'm gonna leave it at that. I will come back, and since it is the beginners and I'm only talking to you about the difference, I will be back with another video, because I'm going to set this up and I can't link them together. I'm not too great with linking the videos right, so I'll be back and I will show you a beginner lesson just to get started, something to hold you over until the next video. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Talk to you guys later.